please stop on in the store or online at copplecars.com. Stock numbers G1388552 and G16518 for $2,500 down with proof credit.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. My focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Fern as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Get back on track. Join a weight loss medication study at Solarion and earn cash in the process. If you are 19 to 65 years old with excess weight to lose, you may qualify. Participants could earn up to $15,500 for their time. Study includes 1 3-night stay, 1 2-night stay, and 26 returns. Learn more at helpresearch.com/flamingo or call 866-213-2965. Weight loss not guaranteed.
Just got the brakes fixed on my car today.
You did? You haven't even left the office.
I didn't need to. I got a guy who picks up my car and drops it off when it's done.
Well, who's your guy?
Graham Tire. They have pickup and delivery service at all 5 of their Lincoln locations.
Schedule your service online on the Pickup and Delivery tab at GrahamTireLincoln.com. That's GrahamTireLincoln.com. Let us do the running. Some limitations apply. See store for details.
Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Dio Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Dio Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diotech online at diotech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and wow, what a year it was at Koppel. The Koppel family would like to say thank you for a record-setting sales year in 2025. Now let's start 2026 off with a bang. New GMC Sierra pickups starting at $12,500 off list or 0% APR. Also hot off the presses, new Terrain leases at $299 per month. That's right, $299 per month on new GMC Terrain leases. So please stop on in the store or online at copplecars.com. Stock numbers G1388552 and G16518 for $2,500 down with proof credit.
Nutrition Authority presents Fusion 30, an ultra premium protein ideal for anyone wanting to look, feel, and perform their best. Fusion 30 can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today for a free sample, visit with a certified nutritionist, and get better than internet pricing. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. Strap up your headgear and try not to hit the mat too hard. This is Takedown Tuesday with Nebraska Wrestling head coach Mark Manning.
Facts don't lie. Wrestling is a pretty big deal in the Big Ten, so it's a pretty big deal to us.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, Mark Manning.
Welcome to Takedown Tuesday on 93.7 The Ticket. Bridge Lovett, Mark Manning in the building. Senior night coming up Sunday? Sunday. I'm sadly not going to be in attendance. I'm going to be coaching some of the freshman guys out at the, UIndy? Yeah. Is that where it's at? UIndy open tournament up there. So sad I'm not going to see my guys one last time at home, but I know they'll hold it down. Takedown Tuesday on 93.7 The Ticket is sponsored by Stevens & Smith Construction. Stevens & Smith Construction is an employee-owned company with nearly 250 employees with over 2,000 years of service combined. They lead the industry as a full-service concrete company specializing in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. Stevens Smith has locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, and you can learn more today at stevenssmith.com. If you got any comments or questions, 402-464-5685, Sartor Heyman Jewelers text line. Man, fire it up. Coach Manning, one last home duel for these seniors.
Yeah, we're honoring 9 seniors on Sunday, and It's our last home duel of the 25-26 season. So, man, really encourage fans to come out, support us. We've had an amazing, our last 7 duels have been amazing attendance. So really want to give a thank you for our fans and Nebraska Husker Nation for showing up for our team and our program. And we have four duels left, and Northwestern being our last home one this Sunday at 1:00 at the Bob Devaney. And man, can't thank people enough, and love to get that place packed. Guys like Brock Hardy, what he's meant to our program, and all these seniors. Chance Lamer will be honored as a senior. He's a transfer, but it's his senior year, and so Hayden Mills and Jagger Condomini and Blake Cushing, man, just amazing young men on our team that we're going to honor them on senior night. And Matt Moore, Cooper Colson, and it's going to be fun.
Big
Silas, all red for sure, man. So it's going to be fun. These guys last shot at wrestling in front of a home crowd before they get ready for Big Tens and Nationals in March. So, man, just can't encourage people enough to come out and join us and watch some great wrestling against Northwestern and lead these guys on. So, yeah, that's what's going on.
Fun.
Should be a lot of fun. It's going to be warm, so no excuses. It'd be about 50 degrees. Yeah.
Beautiful out.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm
leaving
tired.
at the wrong time, Ridge.
I know, right? Probably going to go to Indiana, and it's going to be freezing. But it's okay, get to go out there with the red shirts and you get to hopefully kick some dudes' butts.
That's what you hope to see.
I was telling them, I was like, hey, if we're not winning, you guys are not in the rental car on the way back to the airport with me. You have to Uber or something.
Richard's going to say, hey, you want to win? You get food. If you don't win, you don't eat.
You're starving.
And you got to walk back.
100%. See y'all in a week.
We do got this one from Cubsker. I'm wondering if I'm missing some context to it. Maybe we made a deal last week. He says, listing on the app. So my question is, did you shave the hair?
No, he's a coward. No, we're working on it.
What am I missing here? What's the context?
Okay. Oh, yeah. So yesterday when we were at training table, Caleb started chatting, talking about whole team should shave their heads for nationals.
Oh, Caleb Smith.
Yep. And then Tofi Minto was walking by, and he was like, Toph, you shave your head for nationals? And he was like, no shot. And he was like, how much? Tofi said, $1,000. I'd go bald for $1,000. Caleb was like, shoot, bro. I'd do it for $300. And I was like, really? He was, yeah, absolutely. I was like, deal. Like, let's do it. He was like, bet. You give me $300, you can shave my head tomorrow. I posted in the group chat. I said, Smooth going to shave his head for $300. Who wants in? $20, $20, $10, $50, $20. Oh, it racked up quick. We were up to I think we got to 190 in 30 seconds. Everyone was like, yeah, I'll chip in for sure. And now today he was all 300 is not enough. I was like, you made a deal, bro. He went on all in last night on the radio and said he was going to do it. And then today he was trying to back out. You made a public declaration. This is happening, bro.
He might have called his fiance.
He did.
Back in North Carolina, and she had second thoughts.
He called her when we were sitting out here. So it didn't happen today, but he did bring the Clippers in. He was halfway down, halfway not. But tomorrow, Brock Hardy's going to get him right. Show him the ropes.
Okay, well, that's what the veterans are for.
That's what I'm saying.
Brock Hardy,
that's
keeping guys accountable. Speaking of which, yeah, I do want to talk a little bit about Penn State because there were some good matches in there, and I think a good one to start out with is Brock Hardy.
Absolutely.
Ridge, I'll let you kick things off. I know we talked a little bit about the post-match, but that was a big one for Hardy.
Mm-hmm. It's especially bouncing back from Ohio State where, Brock kind of came out to a slow start, and it seems like the game plan with Brock Hardy is you got to come out sprinting and try to build a lead, right? Because if you wrestle him, if you don't go out there and attack right away, right, Brock's crafty. He can wrestle a full 7 minutes. You're going to be in trouble. And with Mendez, it was second and third period of that match were significantly tighter than the first. And a 10-point lead or whatever it was after the first against Mendez is tough to come back from. But got taken down twice, got 2 escapes in the first. And then as soon as he got the first stall call, I knew that we were in good shape. Brock Davis was kind of falling off a cliff a little bit. It's like, oh, he's getting tired, and Brock's offense started picking up. So it's same thing we talked about after the Ohio State match. I went down and talked with them. Is just we got to come out firing. We have to come out ready to go, right? We can't come out a little lackadaisical. We know that you're really good at wrestling, but let's come out and be good right away. We don't have to wait until okay, now we got to go get something to start picking it up. Let's go out and dominate But Brock's a March guy. He really turns it on when the lights start coming on. So not worried about it. I know coach isn't worried about Brock. He's a professional. He's been around the block a few times, and
100 career wins plus does that.
Yeah, exactly. And Brock's a hard dude to beat, especially for 7 minutes. And if you start slowing down and trying to hold on to things, that's not the guy to do it with. You will find your way to your back.
He's a frustrating guy to wrestle, as you saw a little bit with the extra kick there from Penn
Yeah,
State.
the extracurriculars were crazy. Braden Davis throwing up kicks.
Well,
Levi Haynes shoving Tofi off the stage. I
thought maybe DQ, but I'll let the refs decide that one. I'll just not try to officiate from the couch. Head coach Mark Manning, what did you see from Brock Hardy in particular in that match?
Yeah, well, just I really see just a snapshot of his resiliency. He's very resilient, and last year he had a couple of head scratcher losses, and then how he turned it on at Big Tens and Nationals was what he's capable of. And so, he got taken down a couple times there against Penn State. 15,000 fans, they're going crazy. They think they're going to beat Brock Hardy, but it was, not even the end of the first period. So Brock just upped the ante, put pressure on the guy, and the guy took a bad shot, and Brock made him pay for it. So I think, just keeping your cool, keeping composure, and, we always talk about it. One takedown don't beat you, and hopefully two doesn't beat you, but you got to fight, you got to hold up. And, that shows a lot about Brock Hardy's mind, and he didn't panic. That's one thing. A lot of people panic during that. You get taken down a couple times in a big environment like that, you panic. It's kind of like basketball. You get down by 10 or 12 and people start panic shooting, right? But, Brock didn't panic and kept his composure, got the fall. I thought it was more than unsportsmanlike conduct. It just no need for someone to kick another person. And, that's unfortunate that happened, but, yeah. So I won't say anything more about that.
I will say this really, why that match to me was so important is it made Penn State like, you're not going to just walk in and take this. Because at that point, after that match, the score kind of switched, and I think we were down by 1 or 2 because they took a point away from Penn State after the misconduct, rightfully so. But then at that point, it kind of felt like Penn State held their breath a little bit. Like, all right, this might be so easy, because then you got Antrell Taylor following up after. And then obviously Antrell Taylor has another great match, which leads to the next point. Head coach Mark Manning, what you see out of Antrell Taylor? That makes it 10 straight. He gives Davis his first loss, or not Davis, Duke. Thank you. Gives Duke his first loss of the year.
Yeah, I thought, there again, Antrell's wrestled in a lot of big matches, just like Brock has. Brock's been he didn't panic, That's a hard, trait to teach. That's a hard skill to teach. And everyone can be, cool, calm, and collective in practice, or look great in practice, or when you're wrestling in front of 75 people, but when you're wrestling in 15,000, most people are against you. We had some fans there, it's some family, but not many, but it can be overwhelming. And the skill of being able to be disciplined in your mind, and that's what Antrell did, Brock did. They exhibited that, and just stayed in the match. He just fought for every position, and he's a tough man. That's what I see. Antrell Taylor. He's a tough out. He always puts himself in position of trying to win the match, and that's a great attribute, man. I can't say enough about that. Is he a great athlete and all that? Yeah, but he's a tougher man. He's a tough guy, and he keeps his mind engaged, and just, man, love that he's on our team, and for him to do that with a lot of pressure on him, and he kind of reversed the role. He put the pressure on that kid, and I thought he was more the aggressor, and that's why he won. It's great for our team and great for him moving forward here. They probably maybe face in the Big Ten, who knows? But there's a lot of good guys at that weight class. That weight class is really tough.
Rich, what do you see on Antrell Taylor? I mean, 10th Street after Nationals, you heard some of the social media conversation, which isn't always worthwhile. But a lot of that's just falling flat on its face because Antrell Taylor's on a heater 10th Street. I remember I was watching the Penn State match, and even the announcers were kind of saying, like, he's back. He never quite left, but he's on that tear, and people are starting to really see him coming down the lane.
Yeah, he had one not great showing early in the year at the national duels, and I think he dropped 2 matches, one to the kid who's ranked number 1, Brandon Cannon, who was a Big Ten finalist last year. And then the other one with the Lehigh kid, where he got put on his back at the very end of the first period, went down 7. 7 points was a lot to come back from. Mm-hmm. And, that kid was kind of gaming a little bit, certain positions. There was a illegal hold call in that match too that I wasn't a huge fan of, but it was like, that's tough to come back from. And since then, Trelly's been Trelly, right? So it was like the one poor event. Andy was hurt. His knee was a little banged up when he was there. Right. So it was like he wasn't 100%, dropped a couple, and then people started, Twitter bots started going crazy. But, he's definitely shut him up since then. And then going on his little win streak that he's been on, going into the Bryce Jordan Center where it's loud. Everyone in there's against you. Against the kid that he lost to this summer. Me and Shirley both lost to that kid. So it was nice being able to dap him up when he got back. I was like, hey, appreciate you getting that lick back, my boy. Come on. But, he wrestled smart. He put himself in positions to win. Scrambled well. Leg defense was good. The only critique I have would be I want to see Trelly get back on the legs. You got to get back on the legs. Because when Antrell Taylor's offense is firing, that's a tough cat to beat. He's almost impossible to beat. If he's on your legs, because he's already super hard to take down. He's super athletic. His leg defense is good. But if he's firing off shots, you're in deep trouble. So that's the one thing that I want to see a little more out of Trelly as we get closer to postseason, is a little more on that offense. Because when he's wrestling the tough kids, he slows it down a little bit. But I mean, all the Twitter people are saying that he's boring, he's this, he's that. But I don't know. Winning's not boring to me. So I love watching Trelly. Come on.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. Mark Manning, what makes him so, like, I don't want to say unique, but what's made him so great on this, in particular, the stretch here, and even going back a little bit last season, he becomes a national champ. What makes him so hard to beat?
Well, I think he's, it's a little bit like what Ridge was talking about. His offense kind of is really explosive, but he's really hard to score on. And that's great trait. It's like a good football team beating you 10-3. Not flashy, but really freaking hard to score on. And so that's an amazing trait, and that's an amazing discipline to be able to stay in your stance, learn how to hand fight, be able to keep people off your legs. That's a great quality to be able to have. And he has that, and he's continued to develop more of his offense and more of its defense to set up his offense, and vice versa. But I think, Antrell he understands, listen, I won it last year, and now my journey this year is to go to win another one. Not, I don't have anything to protect. I'm going to win another one. And he's put last year behind, and, probably how he performed, in November, in big matches, he didn't, he lost his head a little bit, now, he's, everyone gets humbled, and you have to pick a different road. You have to pick a different way to say, listen, it ain't about last year. It's about this year. And it's about going to win another title, not defend something. And I really like where he is mentally and where he's wrestling. He's healthy, and it's really good.
Yeah, he's got that target on his back too. No,
Yeah.
I'm sure. It's a badge of honor if you can take down a national champ. So people are always going to be giving him his best shot. It's fair to call him a little bit of like Floyd Mayweather of wrestling with a little bit more offense for how good he is on defense.
Yeah, that's right. Little Floyd Mayweather. Yeah.
With Mike Tyson power, because if he gets his hands locked around your body, you watch out. You better turn down and be willing to give up a takedown. He will put you on your back, 100%.
Yeah,
he's just got such quick twitch, and I can imagine like that's what makes a nightmare trying to take that guy down. With that being said, though, we will throw it to break. We'll talk about some of the more matches as well, and of course, Northwestern this weekend. We'll hype that one up. We'll do it all week long here at 93.7 The Ticket. Don't go anywhere. This is Takedown Tuesdays. We got Ridge Lovett, national champion, head coach of the wrestling program, Mark Manning. We'll talk to you in a bit.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations. Stop asking your friends if they're hosting a party this Sunday and come join the real party instead. Join 93.7 The Ticket for the Super Bowl at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O this Sunday and walk away with great prizes just for showing up. Why worry about making a great spread of food for the game at your house when you can enjoy all the great wings and more at Buffalo Wings and Rings? It's the Super Bowl party with 93.7 The Ticket at Buffalo Wings and Rings this Sunday at 68th and O. Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Fern as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com. Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Just got the brakes fixed on my car today.
You did? You haven't even left the office.
I didn't need to. I got a guy who picks up my car and drops it off when it's done.
Who's your guy?
Graham Tire. They have pickup and delivery service at all 5 of their Lincoln locations.
Schedule your service online on the Pickup and Delivery tab at GrahamTireLincoln.com. That's GrahamTireLincoln.com. Let us do the running. Some limitations apply. See store for details.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. A few flurries possible throughout the day. Otherwise, cloudy skies and calm winds. The high near 36. Tonight, some lingering flurries. Otherwise, mainly cloudy. A low around 23. And tomorrow, a chance of flurries. Otherwise, mainly cloudy with a light breeze and a high near 39. I'm meteorologist Kyle Hucker for 93.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com. Hey guys, it's Austin Orman. Join me and former Husker Jay Foreman this Friday, February 6th for Old School, live from Back 9 Golf, just south of 14th and Pine Lake Roads in South Lincoln. We'll tell you all you need to know about the premier indoor golf place in Lincoln while enjoying Friday afternoon action of the Waste Management Open. Stop by for giveaways, prizes, and a tour of the facility. We hope to see you there on Friday, February 6th, beginning at 3 p.m. for Old School, live from Back 9 Golf in South Lincoln.
This ain't pop. This ain't pretty. This is Southern hospitality. The Black Crows. Blues-soaked guitars, outlaw swagger. The Southern Hospitality Tour. Rock and roll the way it was meant to be. Loud, raw, and real. The Black Crows. With South Hall, August 4th. Pinewood Bowl Theater and Lincoln's Pioneers Park. Tickets on sale Friday, February 6th at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on making the most craveable chicken finger meals, getting them right every time. That's why we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, salt every fry, squeeze every lemon, and brew every ounce. We do this inside every Raising Cane's, every day, because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back to Takedown Tuesday with Nebraska Wrestling head coach Mark Manning, powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Takedown Tuesday on 93.7 The Ticket. Bridge Lovett, Coach Mark Manning in the building, getting you guys fired up. Senior night this week. This weekend, Sunday, 1 o'clock.
1 p.m.
1 p.m. against Northwestern. Good. This would be a good one to send our boys out on.
Should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we pack that place up again. It has been pretty incredible. That's the one thing. I know I was looking at your attendance records. It's just been going up and up over these past couple of seasons. Coach Mark Manning.
Yeah, it has. It's a big credit to our guys on our team, and guys like Ridge and Peyton Robb and Brock Hardy and Silas Allred. I mean, these guys have how they perform and how they act on the mat and off the mat and how they are part of our community is huge. And all that stuff matters because people take notice and it's great to get people in that place and see how good our sport is and support us and man, cheer these guys on because we got a special group and come March. Well, from now on, people are going to find out how good we are, and we're really looking forward to March. And we're healthy, thank God, and it's good things are going to happen.
Well said. And before we get to Northwestern, Ridge or Coach, any more matches with that Penn State that you really want to highlight? I the one that always sticks out to me, Minto was good, especially after getting shoved into the media table.
Yeah,
I came back and battled.
The stage, and then 20 seconds later, he gets a takedown.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's keeping your composure, staying locked in, and just sticking to the plan. Let's go out there. Let's start with one. Right? We got a free point from the ref after we got shoved off the stage. Then they went and reviewed it. And sometimes when the matches go to review, that's you get a little bit of an adrenaline dump. Your heart kind of slows down a little bit. You can feel that you're a little fatigued, a little tired. So sometimes that the break is a little tough. But Tofi came out of the breaks, locked and loaded, went out, got a takedown. Faded a little bit late. Just little bit of stance discipline. I thought just watching on TV, that was kind of the story of the night, getting our heads pulled on a lot. But I thought Tofi wrestled a fantastic match.
I thought so as well.
And Lamer too at 49 came out firing.
He just has those chances to finish. And you guys know wrestling better than I do. But where you see him, where he feels like he's right there, but a couple of times Penn State was able to get out of it. Felt like they escaped just by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, they did it. They did a better job there. Those couple matches in particular, 49 and 74 late. And, you look at Chance Lamer, he's a guy that he's got so much better from December 21st when he wrestled in front of 8,000 fans in the Devaney, Oklahoma State, than he did. And then he did the other night, how he wrestled in front of 15,000 at Penn State. And a kid who's, a multiple American. And, I thought he did a lot better job. And he's got to do a couple things with his diet better and make sure he's doing things right during the week. He cut too much weight late. So he's got to do a better job of that. He's a hard worker and hopefully he's got it in himself to pull himself up to that level. And he's getting closer to where we want it. So, yeah.
He's definitely looking better.
Yeah.
It seems like as the weeks go by here.
Oh, yeah. His anxiety and his Oklahoma State, he wrestled with so much anxiety. He was, way too tight. He's going to crack a nut there, something, he's with his butt. He's so tight, so he needs to, he's relaxed a lot more and wrestling more like what he's capable and he can have a great ending here, moving forward here.
Well said. And Ridge, you got anything else from Penn State before we switch gears? Northwestern or head coach Mark Manning that you really want to highlight?
No, maybe any comments people have on maybe.
We got I'll leave out the expletives in there. We got Let's Freaking Go Husker Wrestling. Shout out Joe off of YouTube. You guys can join in 402-464-5685. That is the Starter Heyman text line. As always, you can also join in like Joe did off the streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, AlGL961 if you got Allo cable. Northwestern's coming up here. What do we need to know about the Northwestern Cats?
Well, we know they're 65, 74 pounders, pretty good. Their 25 pounder could be a tricky guy. Their 33 pounders, Central Michigan guy that Jacob Van D actually wrestled in the NCAA tournament last year. Their 149 is a guy that Ridge wrestled. He was out last week. I'm not sure if he's going to be in the lineup this weekend. But
that boy's tricky.
Yeah,
Watch out.
Yeah, he's really funky. Really, just he's got an unorthodox type of style, and so we'll see if he wrestles. And so it's just another Big Ten opponent, and it'll get us ready for postseason. And we want to get it rolling on these guys this weekend.
How nice is it just kind of have a proper build up timeline wise? Because you guys did just go through a little bit of a gauntlet there where it was Iowa, then Ohio State, 2 days apart, really close. And then you get a little bit of a break, but then you're going on the road to Penn State. Now you got a full week to prepare for Northwestern. How hard is that on the guys when they got to do these quick ones back to back compared to when you got a week like this where, you just had a tough one at Penn State, but you got a week to get your weight right and get your proper recovery in?
Yeah, it's way different. I feel like whatever date, January 9th, I think we wrestled Minnesota. It's just been a whirlwind through till this week. It's been like, those are all tough matches and tough opponents, both individually and as a team. And so I think, not that these teams are that weak coming up, but just different. It's a different thing, and wrestling to our capability is what we're really advocating for our guys is get out there. It doesn't matter who you're wrestling. Go out and wrestle hard, put points on the board, and start being more offensive. So hopefully we can start that this weekend, and good crowd behind us. It's going to be nice weather, and really appreciate people jumping on the Nebraska wrestling ship.
Well, there's still more seats. More people can keep hopping on there. And again, check it out. Again, this weekend should be a great one. Let's see. We got this one. Coach Justin Hoffman chimes in here. He says, why does it feel like we wrestled better versus Penn State than how we wrestled versus Iowa? Loaded question there, Ridge, or head coach Mark Banning. I'll let you
I think
take
we
a
did.
stab at it.
I think we did. I definitely think that the product that we went out there and competed with against Penn State was better than the one that we did with Iowa. I don't know if it was weight cut issues or Hawks are coming to town, a little nervous, got to win this one. But with Penn State, we were already written off before we went out there, so you get to wrestle with no pressure, right? Everybody all week long has been telling you you're going to lose anyway. So it's like you got to go out there, and it's like, okay, everybody thinks I'm going to lose anyway, so you just kind of go send it, right? And it seems almost every single year that we are the toughest team for Penn State. Almost every single year, we are the ones who they struggle with the most. I think they still have Ohio State coming up, so we'll see if that holds. Ohio State has a real tough team, but it was kind of like almost like a breath of fresh air. This is the end of the gauntlet, kind of, right? We're done with Oklahoma State, wrestled them twice, wrestled Minnesota, who just beat Iowa, wrestled Ohio State. Okay, now we're at the last of the top 5 ranked teams. Like, okay, this is the one. Kind of take a deep breath after this. So, it's freeing, especially when everyone's already told you you've lost, that you don't even need to do the duel. It's like, yeah, okay, so we just got to go out here and scrap. And now my only job is to try to prove people wrong.
Certainly saw a lot of that. Coach Mark Manning, you got anything to add?
Yeah, I think, what Rich said, the gauntlet that we've gone through in the month of January was, that makes us tougher. That's what makes our brand of wrestling good is these last 3 duels, we can learn a lot and apply a lot. We're going to start that process tomorrow with some of the things we can learn and implement from those last 3 matches into our repertoire, not letting things happen the way they did, like Iowa, that young man I had every thought that we were going to beat them 8 matches to 2, but I'm not wrestling, so I thought we would perform a lot better. And so now we're going to hold our guys more accountable with some of the things they were doing and make some corrections. And that's how we're going to get better. And when you wrestle good opponents, we can flip the script at Big Tens, because that's the next time we see them. We have to wrestle them at nationals. We're going to take what we learned and apply it and try to flip those matches, more our way. So, yeah, great question. Great insight. We're at home. We had every reason to win, and we were on the road. I thought we had, a couple chances. I thought Lamer could have won last weekend. He had a chance to win. And then, obviously Mento. It was really close. So that's the way it goes. Van D wrestled tough too last weekend against Marcus Blaze. And so it was really one takedown match. So, we just have to find out how to win those and go from there. And I think, we're going to start tomorrow on figuring out how to better ourselves from these last 3 duels.
Well, this previous weekend, I think that's the thing that stuck out to me the most is you just can't bank on anything in the Big Ten. These teams are so good. Penn State thinking we'll just roll Nebraska. All of a sudden, Brock Hardy comes out. Penn State's holding their breath a little bit, and then Antrell Taylor gets a win. Same thing you're looking at. We just took down Minnesota pretty handily, and then you go look at Iowa, who's, for everyone who thought maybe Nebraska, was sad leaving after Penn State, Iowa, I'm sure, was feeling a lot worse because that one came really unexpected, I'm sure, to those guys. But the Big Ten is just so good, and you're going to get these matchups that you don't expect that are going to push you to the wire. How tough is it getting that consistency from week in, week out, or are you just trying to get these key notes and then make sure everyone's ready for postseason? Because that's the part with wrestling in the Big Ten it's really tough, especially when you have some people that don't always give the lineup fully for you guys.
Yeah, I think, sometimes people look from afar and they look at, man, the physical, beating or the physical wear and tear, but it's the mental thing. It's the mental thing. It's like, man, I was in a heater last weekend with someone that I was supposed to whip him. And then, all of a sudden 2 days later on a Sunday, I got to wrestle another guy who's, ranked higher than me, or, it's challenging. So, you sink or swim. You got to rise up. And then we talk about it all the time in our practice. It's like, what did Brock Hardy do? He got taken down a couple of times, thought, Braden Davis probably going to lay down for him. And the guy came out like a, spider monkey. He came out hard, man. And Brock reacted the right way. So I think making sure you wrestle hard in those 7 minutes and you don't get too absorbed in winning and losing. You get more absorbed in how can I get better? How can I develop? How can I get my mind stronger where I can hold up? And because like you mentioned, it doesn't matter what the name of the school is. You're in the Big Ten. You're going to wrestle top level guys, and every school has some top level guys. So you're going to be challenged, and you got to get your mind right, and that's what we try to do. A good job with getting our guys in the right mindset and ready to compete and give their best effort.
Rich, what did that look like for you when you locked into that mindset?
Yeah.
You go make that national championship run, hold that consistency together.
Well, like you want to win every single match. It is a little comforting knowing that with wrestling, nobody really cares for real until March, right? Nobody remembers duels that you lose during the year.
Yeah.
Right. Except for maybe fans of that school. Like if we beat Iowa Nationals,
the sickos, whatever you
they're
call
going to
them,
be like, well, we beat
fans.
you guys in the duel. Like, nice job. And all of our guys outplaced yours. So March is really what matters. But you want to win every single time, right? If you didn't want to win every single time, you wouldn't be starting on the team. So for me, my mentality was that I was going to crush everybody. I don't care who you are, what school you wrestle for, what you're ranked. I'm coming to win. That's pretty much the only mentality that you can really have. If you drop a couple, it's got to be back to, okay, let's get back into that win column and let's get it rolling again. Right? You can't really have time to kind of pout a little bit, feel bad for yourself, right? Because the run that we just went on, if you started feeling bad for yourself after the first one,
we'd have some bad
Tofi
scores.
Minto wouldn't have had any fun this week. If he started feeling bad after the Iowa match, he would right? Jake Van D, he just dropped 3 matches wrestling top 3 ranked kids, really.
Yeah.
It's like you can't get too down on yourself after that. Be like, okay, wrestling is hard. Beating really good wrestlers is really hard. Now, let's bounce back from that. Let's get my head right. Let's get back into the winning column, and let's progress forward and then get back on that roll and start crushing everybody again.
Absolutely. You win enough, then you get into that nationals, then you can go get them where it really matters. With that being said, we got to throw the break here. Takedown Tuesdays, as always, national champ Ridge Lovett, Nebraska wrestling head coach Mark Manning. You guys can always put any last-second comments via the Starter Heyman text line or the streams. We'll throw it the break. Talk to you in a bit.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations. Stop asking your friends if they're hosting a party this Sunday and come join the real party instead. Join 93.7 The Ticket for the Super Bowl at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O this Sunday and walk away with great prizes just for showing up. Why worry about making a great spread of foods for the game at your house when you can enjoy all the great wings and more at Buffalo Wings and Rings? It's the Super Bowl party with 93.7 The Ticket at Buffalo Wings and Rings this Sunday at 68th and O. Growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com. All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap. The Nebraska Basketball Postgame Show is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, and the Lincoln Airport on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Fern as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and wow, what a year it was at Koppel. The Koppel family would like to say thank you for a record-setting sales year in 2025. Now let's start 2026 off with a bang. New GMC Sierra pickups starting at $12,500 off list or 0% APR. Also hot off the presses, new Terrain leases at $299 per month. That's right, $299 per month on new GMC Terrain leases. So please stop on in the store or online at koppelcars.com. Stock numbers G138852 and G16518. 2,500 down with proof credit.
Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Dio Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Dio Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diotech online at diotech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on making the most craveable chicken finger meals, getting them right every time. That's why we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, salt every fry, squeeze every lemon, and brew every ounce. We do this inside every Raising Cane's, every day. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Hey guys, it's Austin Orman. Join me and former Husker Jay Foreman this Friday, February 6th for Old School, live from Back 9 Golf, just south of 14th and Pine Lake Roads in South Lincoln. We'll tell you all you need to know about the premier indoor golf place in Lincoln while enjoying Friday afternoon action of the Waste Management Open. Stop by for giveaways, prizes, and a tour of the facility. We hope to see you there on Friday, February 6th, beginning at 3 p.m. for Old School, live from Back 9 Golf in South Lincoln. MWR, a local company of Lincoln, is proud to announce they are able to offer their own post-frame building packages in metal to anyone desiring a building, whether you're a contractor or a DIYer. They can install your building as always, and they offer multiple different rib profiles and loads of color options, including the wood grain metal at great competitive prices. You can inquire at mwrbuildingandfence.com or just draw your desired building and submit it in their contact us page and they'll get back to you. Call MWR today at 402-540-8966.
Back to Takedown Tuesday with Nebraska Wrestling head coach Mark Manning, powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Last segment, Takedown Tuesday on 93.7 The Ticket. Bridge Lovett, Coach Manning in the building. Northwestern, Sunday, 1 p.m., senior night, sending some of our dudes off the right way And one of the things I like about senior night is that you get to, some of the guys get honored that don't get the time to be out there on the mat, right? The guys that are kind of behind the scenes a little bit. I know we've seen Cushion a little bit. Haven't seen Cooper Colson out there, but Hayden Mills been out there once or twice. But like these are some dudes who, they're almost kind of like the backbone of the team. Every single workout, that these guys are going to be there working their butts off, coming in with a good attitude. And, sometimes after you go on a little 3-duel losing streak, guys can get kind of down. But when you have the guys, the non-varsity guys who are in there busting their butts, doing everything they can to help you, and they bring good energy into the room, that's irreplaceable. So getting to see those guys get honored this weekend is going to be awesome, because they do a lot behind the scenes. All those cutting weight workouts, individuals where some of the workouts are not tailored for them. They're going to be a drill partner the whole time. The other guy's going to be practicing all their stuff, and they don't get the shine a lot of the time to go out there on the mat. But this is always a happy time for me, getting to see those guys go out there and get honored.
It's a great answer. It's like a Tom Osborne answer. Talking about the quote unquote backbone of the team. Obviously it was the walk-on program back then, but the guys that don't get all the flowers, but are really making that team elite.
That's right.
Same thing for you, head coach Mark Manning, senior day. I mean, how cool of an experience is that?
Oh man, Rich hit it on the head. These guys, like Ridge was saying, the backbone of our team, and Blake Cushing and Hayden Mills and Jagger Condomini and Cooper Colson, Matt Moore. These guys, everyone knows who Silas Allred was because he's a multiple All-American, Big Ten champion. Brock Hardy, everyone knows who Brock Hardy is, but the other guys don't always get in the limelight, and they're not always the featured guy, and they maybe haven't wrestled many varsity matches, but they're putting in the same work, the same commitment, and that our starters do, and they're a huge part of our team, and that's what part of being a student athlete. You get me going now, man. Part of being a student athlete is an unbelievable experience. How many kids out there, maybe 2%, get this type of experience? And these guys made the most of their experience. These 9 guys, obviously Brock Hardy made most of it, Silas Allred, but Hayden Mills, the same thing. Blake Cushing, same thing, because they brought a great attitude, a great commitment, great work ethic to the team and to their sport. And they maybe they weren't, Weston Dalton, maybe they weren't the varsity guy all the time or any time, but they stuck their nose in for 5 years, and they can say, man, I was part of Nebraska wrestling, and also just the lessons you learned, how to become a man from 18 to 23. And 2, that, I think we teach a lot of lessons that are going to be life lessons for them to be successful in life. And, I think any employee, or I could tell any company which guys to hire. And these 9 guys right here speak for themselves. I would say these guys are high character guys and guys that know how to work, know how to put their head down. And, for one reason or the other, they weren't the varsity guy. They weren't a Big Ten champ, but they're part of a great team and they're part of a great program. And that's what I'm most proud of these guys, because these guys are going to be really successful in life. And they can always look back and say, man, I was part of Nebraska wrestling. They're part of a family, and couldn't be more proud of these guys.
Yeah. And it's refreshing to see that too, not to disparage anybody, but in an NIL era today, it's really easy for guys to quit or go somewhere else. And, maybe I can start here, or maybe this team will give me money for X, Y, and Z. For those guys to stick it out, absolutely incredible. Let's see. We do got one more off the text line. We got a little bit of time for it. And I do want to get to this. 0721 says, despite the outcome, it's a great effort versus Penn State. How close is Nebraska to equaling or overtaking them? I don't know if there's a clear answer for that, but I'll let you guys poke at it at the very least.
Well, I think we had a couple guys that we could have won the other night, and we didn't, and that's just sports. That's, hey, we got another chance to do it at Big Tens and another chance in the NCAA tournament. But I think it's good that we had this gauntlet of matches and high caliber guys, up and down, these different, whether it's Minnesota, Iowa, Ohio State, Penn State, but it's what we're going to do about it. These next 4 duels, and then going to the Big Ten, and, keeping our guys healthy, and not only healthy bodies, but their mind healthy. And I think that's the huge difference between our team is our guys. They were having fun going to Penn State. They weren't tight. They were locked in, ready to go, and ready to give their best effort. Did we win? No. Did we want to win? Heck yeah, man. But we got guys that are going to learn from that experience and take it the right way, where rather than we're going to get killed by them. And, that's horrible attitude. Our guys don't have that kind of attitude. They have an amazing attitude. The guys that don't always get the limelight, what Ridge was talking about, those guys bring a lot of great energy and a lot of great attitude to our team. And, they're winners themselves. So it's huge. I like that guy's comment. And, we're going to fight him to the death, fight him all the way through the NCAA tournament. And, we'll see where we're at.
Yeah, that's what I noticed out of it. I was like, as good as Penn State is, they don't look unbeatable, and that's the biggest thing I take away. So very good program, good team. But yeah, I don't look at those guys as, well, no one will ever touch them. And to your point, all those guys who do get to start, they got a runner-up last year as well. So definitely a big part of the team. Minute left to go here. Let's tell Northwestern. It is senior day. Obviously 1 p.m. Sunday, February 8th. Last one at home. It'll be your chance to get there. If you haven't watched them yet, highly recommend it. Ridge, give me an elevator pitch. Sell that thing for me.
Yeah, I think this is a duel where we come out, start fast, we can get rolling. And, Coach Manning was saying today before practice that there's no reason that in these next 4 duels we can't go 40-0. So if we can get our guys rolling early, start the first one off right, start with match 1, move to match 2, match 3, and, start scoring points. The last 3 duels, points have been kind of hard to come by, wrestling those top-ranked teams. But with the slate that we have coming up, we can really get it firing. And, this weekend is where we're going to get it started. We get started hot, get started early. It's gonna be a good time. Scores by 90, baby.
And
Sunday, 1 p.m.
And also, I would say, just add in, is people have plenty of time to get home for that Super Bowl.
All right, baby. Come on.
Hey, 1 o'clock. We'll be done by 2:15. We'll have you out of there and come support the Huskers on Sunday, and love to have you. And it's good pre-match before. Otherwise, you're just sitting around watching a bunch of analysts talk about who's going to win the Super Bowl. But you'll have plenty of time to do that before the Super Bowl game kicks off. But we'll promise you have you home before then. And I know we have so many people coming from out west and Kearney and Grand Island and David City. And I mean, it's really cool. I mean, I ran into a young lady and her family from Watertown, South Dakota. And this was their 3rd duel, their last duel it came to. So, wow, that's pretty cool. I know we have people from Sioux Falls and some places in Iowa come. So really appreciate it.
Should be a lot of fun. And, like I said, not going to interfere with your Super Bowl. They sell beverages too. So if you want a pregame before your Super Bowl party, totally an option for you. Go check them out Sunday, 1 p.m. versus Northwestern. This has been Takedown Tuesdays. Appreciate you guys listening. More Ticket Weeknights up next.
Every time. That's why we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, salt every fry, squeeze every lemon, and brew every ounce. We do this inside every Raising Cane's every day, because when you do it right, you can taste